on that one. Prophecy number 2 is Nairobi being scrambled after by the criminals. So prophecy number 2 is Scramble for Nairobi, which is now becoming a mafia and warlord paradise. I told us it's not only United Nations scrambling for Nairobi. Nairobi will be scrambled after even by mafia and by criminal gangs. These warlords you hear, they are in Brazil, you hear they are where? Drug addicts, drug barons. They'll actually be making their ways to Nairobi. The coming of UN, United Nations, and these big bodies to Nairobi will also attract a high-level criminality. Crime is called white crime or blue crime. This sophisticated crime, they will find that their warlords will be in Nairobi. Nairobi will be expensive. There are people will be willing to pay so much money to live in Nairobi. So they are coming. Warlords, mafias, person that operate the underworld, they're coming to Nairobi. Those of us who hear me and you find the leading in God to step out or sell a property or maintain it, please hear God and hear you well, so that you choose whether you want to remain in Nairobi. So people will move from Nairobi to the outskirts of Nairobi. And this one is coming to pass with a lot of speed. I told us that Kenya is in a judgment even now. So we are in the 3.5 part, the half portion of judgment that was 7 years. This half, which is 3.5 years, includes what we are seeing in Nairobi today. And this one will continue up to 2028. So there will be, not 2028, that will be 2026 around July, if I remember right. So what will happen around this time? Things that are actually judgmental, situations that are judgmental, scenarios that are judgmental, they visit Nairobi. That's why the Church of Kenya, the last part of this one, I'll be talking about revival. So Nairobi will be a city that will have a lot of aliens. Whites, the pinks, and who else? The pales, and some strange black elements. So if you talk about pink and pale, you can imagine Arabs, Asians, and the European. They'll actually make Nairobi their place. And what will also happen is that we'll have a lot of sexual immorality. These people come, they're not born again. There'll be a lot of casinos in Nairobi. And those who have seen, you've not seen anything yet. So those posh areas where you hear men are going for massage, and there are women that are massaging men. Please, it will be something that will be on the high rise. Because these people who come, they have appetite for sin. Nairobi is not being scrambled after by saints. The scramble for Nairobi is by the Antichrist. The scramble for Nairobi is by the Antichrist. Something Satan has seen in the Republic is about Kenya's being a center for revival. But our situations or our judgment is complicated by virtue of Kenya missing God's will. So in Nairobi, I told you mafias and warlords. Warlords are elements that will be controlling war. Controlling war. and controlling drugs and controlling crime and controlling sexual perversions. So there will be a lot of sexual perversions in Nairobi. And that will spread also beyond Nairobi metropolitan to the surroundings of Nairobi. Now that should actually send warning to the saints of God who are backsliding in the latter end like now. That is very sad. Also, I told us about Nairobi crime. Crime rate will be very high. And I told us about criminal groups, mafia groups, militia armies that will actually be unveiled in places like Nairobi, Central Kenya, Kisumu. Told us about Nakuru. Told us about Coast Kenya. I told us about Kisii. I told us about Western Kenya. I told us about these criminal gangs. And today you find that they are not old people, they are young people. Prophecy being fulfilled. When these people thought that, some people thought that prophecy I give were just hot air. Today, security operators are grappling with insecurity in Nairobi. And that will not be enough, because the same insecurity will be witnessed all over the nation. Criminal gangs are actually coming up. And I say it this way. Remember saying that Tutos should actually have a lot of policemen and think of how to deploy the army, because security will actually get out of hand. Now, these things are happening before we reach 2026. And 2026 will be very decisive. And that's why I say 2027 elections is a pipe dream. Unless something happens between now, unless God changes situations now, what he has revealed to me, and I still share, is that there is nothing like 2027 elections as yet. I may be blind, but I don't think I am blind. God has all revealed to me. So 2026 is very decisive, in the sense that even politicians that are fighting now, politicians that are also eyeing positions for, political positions, they are planning now. And one of their plans that they are planning is raising criminal gangs. So those criminal gangs are practicing. Has God allowed it? I say, Kenya has no defense system in the realm of the spirit. And so, Nairobi with criminal gangs, people will have to see how to survive. You will have to hire private security for a lot of people in Nairobi. And also foreigners who are coming to Nairobi, they'll also have to hire their own private security. Tell you, Nairobi will be very expensive. So people will be working with their own Aturu Margarians and Aturu Sargassians. So if Aturu Margarian and Aturu Sargassian are still alive, maybe they can be purchased or can be hired to come back to Kenya. So you shall find politicians also will be wanting to have security around them. So right now, the life that is hard in Nairobi, I told you about criminality, and there it is. Goes without saying that now the nation actually is in, the nation is going through insecurity.